Let's recap the Farmers Insurance Open Round 1 Tiger Woods edition. First action of the season did not go the way that Tiger was hoping. First hole, straight into a tree. Scotty?
It's been over 17 months since his last official tee shot. This was a theme 414 in terms of fairways hit, the worst of his career.
He started the day off with a bogey on the 5th hole. Tiger having trouble from the fairway. Rare time he found the short stuff. His approach sails well right.
Afterwards, you can tell he's still a little bit lost. Now, this is one of his better shots. That's a fade there. I mean, this isn't a better shot. This is what he was trying to do. He wanted to hit a lot of hooks, okay? Trying to hit the draw. Chris Como and him still working it all out. This is his first birdie in 17 months on 10. He was 1 over on his outward. He's playing the harder of the two courses at Torrey Pines, the South Course. Makes birdie there. Par 3 11. Good tee shot. This for birdie, sneaks in the right side. He's now all of a sudden 1 under through 11. Bogey's 12. And then these are the shots that I think you need to pay attention to. He's hitting driver. He's using TaylorMade clubs, Bridgestone ball for the first time since Nike stopped constructing equipment during his 17-month hiatus. So bogey there at 13. Good run there, actually a good putt after a poor chip missing the green at 14. And then here at 15, it comes out of his hands. The driver is lost as that ball. Double there, 5 over, and that 4-hole stretch after he was, went birdie to start 10 and 11. You and I were talking about this earlier, and we'll talk about it in other segments. Check it on demand, where at 12, when you play with 13 threesomes on each side, once you reach the 12th hole, you've caught up to the other 9's pack, and you start waiting over every shot for about 90 seconds. Patience certainly was a factor because he makes this for birdie to shoot 76. It's his worst opening round of a season in his career. And I actually think that this was about as good of a scoring round as he could have had, even with 76. You now see the scorecard here. And as I alluded to the fact that you hit 12 and then he goes 5 over in those 4-hole stretch, that's when he, Dustin Johnson, and Jason Day were caught up. Now, keep in mind, they shot even or worse for the rounds, too. This was a very difficult day. He played the harder golf course. He will need to shoot, Tyler, somewhere in the mid to high 60s, 68 on the easier course, that is the North Course, on the same grounds in round 2 Friday.
We look at, if we go back to the Hero World Challenge where we first saw him get back after his long hiatus, I know that wasn't an official tournament. He scored better there, but he also had, it seemed, 2 or 3 rounds where he got to 16, 17, 18, and the wheels kind of fell off. Could have had some really good numbers. And here, has a good round working. It wasn't sterling, but he's 1 under par through 11, and then the wheels fall off. Is this the new Tiger where he just can't get through 18, or do you take some optimism out of the decent stretch he played there, the decent stretches he had at the Hero World Challenge, and he's just got to figure out a way to limit those mistakes that compound themselves?
I think it's a combination of the fact that he's not fully squared on and confident over the ball with the full swing, with the longer the club, probably the more confounding, the fact that he's just not sharp altogether. I do think that there's as much mental fatigue as physical fatigue, and I also think, as I said twice, patience, I think, is a big thing. Talk about the Hero Challenge. 18 guys, twosomes, you're never stopping. How about all of his practice rounds, the medalist? He can play 18 holes in an hour and 20 minutes in a cart, drive right up to the ball, doesn't even do his full pre-shot routine, and can just zip through. He can play 54 holes if he wanted. We don't know yet which of those is preventing him the most. I really think it's just the fact that he doesn't stand over the ball and just swing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there for swing changes 2 and 3 and 4. And I would be the guy that would ask him all the time, like, when you're over the ball, are you thinking about the fundamentals of your swing? And, for the first 3 or 4 months within PGA Tour competition, his answer is yes. And he doesn't like that answer.
Yeah.
There's a reluctance to that because that means you're not going at it. The best Tiger Woods we've ever seen in the era from 99 to 2002, and 2005 to 2008, that was when Butch Harmon and Hank Haney's swing concepts, respectively, were so clicked in, it was like walking down the street or chewing gum.
Right now, Tiger is trying desperately to find that consistency with his golf swing. Struggles off the tee, and that leads to an opening round 4 over 76 at the Farmers Insurance Open. But he does on Friday to try and get back in it. The leaders right now at 6 under par.
7
so
under Justin
7
Rose.
under Justin
but
Rose.
in my opinion, I'm glad you mentioned that. The real leader is Adam Hadwin, who's 6 under on the South course, which is playing approximately 3 strokes more difficult.
That's the guy who shot a 59 last weekend. For more PGA Tour, just search the PGA Tour on your favorite 120 platform and find those conversations on demand.